but they are building an eco sand bag house. But now this bit looks like a little paradise when you come in. A little patch of grass, because it's where they let the horses come for a snack every now and again. Not a lot, because it's quite hard to get grass around here, but they've just got a little bit for the horses. So welcome to the extreme mess. Hi and welcome to a tour around the finca. On our last video, or last Emma's update, somebody suggested that we should give you a tour and an update of what's going on at the moment to show you some of the new projects and stuff. And that's a fantastic idea. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Come with me while I walk around and introduce some of the new projects, the building things, some of the new animals, and just show you where your amazing donations and your support has gone in the last probably 6 months, maybe a year actually, since we've done a video like this. So you should see lots of changes. So we'll start with the donkey paddock. You may have seen already on some of the videos, but this is amazing. On our new land, we had to do all they haven't quite finished. They've got one gate left. Over there, they're actually building a new house, but we'll talk about that later. But at the moment, this is the new donkey paddock, which is amazing. It's so nice to see them just running free all the time. It's entertaining when we have to give them food, because this straw, we just push it off the edge of this cliff here and just roll it down. But as you can see, the donkeys are super relaxed. They're loving it. They're always just having a little snooze in the middle of the day, which is lovely to see. And it's so nice to finally have them some space. So the donkeys have got the space already. Horses are next, but that's not happening yet. So let's go into the finca and see what else is happening. I'll talk maybe about it before I get too close. This is the dog kennels, because you probably can't hear over the welding. These are the official dog kennels that we need to complete our license. And there is 4 of them. They've got their little houses. So that actually means we'll have the license to rescue more dogs, because that's the problem we've been having. We're a registered horse and farm charity, but not dogs. So this is what the final thing we need to do that. But it also means that when dogs do get dumped at our entrance, because that does happen, and people ring us with emergencies, and we have nowhere to keep them safely because it's not closed in, and if they chase cats or they're aggressive to animals, we can't help them. But now with these safe places, we actually can. And this is where the dogs that can be for adoption, and yeah, so we'll see what's going on. Ernest is working hard on that, and it's nearly built. I can't explain too much, otherwise this video will be too long. So coming up, we've got the charity shop. Welcome. We have the charity shop, which has been there quite a long time, but we're trying to make it more welcoming, because it's not very obvious at the moment. We're trying to think what to do. We want to paint it a bit and make a welcome sign. People donate us clothes and stuff, and this is where you can come and buy it. Money comes back to us, gives things a second home. Anything else new here? Oh, I suppose our dog area is new. We can go through that side. So the sheep are still here at the moment, but very soon the sheep are going to move down onto that land. So this is still temporary sheep, but Sebastian is no longer a teeny tiny baby. Sebastian's huge. This entire area actually is going to be knocked down quite soon once we move the sheep, and this is going to be the small animal feeding station. As it's the first thing we see, it's easier when you put the cars here, and we're getting so many animals now, we need a bigger space. So that's a project that's coming soon. This is where me and Edu live. This is our area, but because we have some of the special dogs, special needs and problems, well, first before that, thank you to people who have supported us. And this is a personal thing, but it's very sweet. This is all baby stuff that was donated for us. Look at that. This is our mouse-proof, clean, dry baby stuff. We built this specifically to keep all our baby stuff clean and dry, so you're very lucky. So thank you for the people who have donated stuff. It's incredible. So this we built as it's not quite finished, so you can see it's a bit of a building site still, but this is so that some of the dogs have to be shut away in the mornings when we're open if they're more aggressive or nervous, so we shut them in here, and they've got their dog area closed off. And we're just building a little sink here so we can prepare dog things, but it's a little bit of a building site still. But this is sort of our garden because this is where we live. But it's a bit of a building site. We've still got a couple of months to get it all finished. So that was most of the building site bit. So that was, which unfortunate is because that's as when people arrive, that's everything that they see, and it's all really the building site, which is quite a mess. But now this bit looks like a little paradise when you come in. Don't know how much is new here. Oh, we've probably got some new pig areas. But this is the pretty area. This is the oldest bit of the Finca first, where I don't know if you remember, some people, there was nothing here. There was nothing at all, but no plants, no road, nothing, and now it's just exploded, and it's beautiful. So this is the old animal feeding station, but it's too small. That's the one that's going to go up there, and you'll see why in a minute. Of course, the animals are all still the same. Boy, guinea pigs! Squeaking as if they haven't had breakfast. They're lying. They have. This is one of our... I'm going to make a video soon about it, actually, about the short-term rentals, short-term volunteering. We have a new program now, which is for people who want to come, you know, for a week and things like this, which come on a donation base. And we have a few different accommodations. I don't know if you remember, but this used to be the office. I can't go in because we have someone in there now, but now it's a beautiful restored house. It's got a living room, kitchen, everything. Not the chaotic office that it used to be. This is a fancy little rental area, and it is really lovely. We can maybe put in a photo. Hi. So this is the old feeding station, but as you can see, we are outgrowing it because we have too many animals and it's exploding. So that's why it's going to move to the top. That's on the project list. What have we got new over there? Pigs, maybe they're new. They've got new roofs because we had to use different ones for the license, different materials, but nothing hugely new or exciting over there. No, that's much of the same. I suppose we have China down here, but this is just another temporary. This video is actually more about not what we've done, it's about what we need to do, because there's so much to do. This is China, the little pig that was found in the bin, and we had nowhere to put her, so we had an emergency thing. But of course she's all the way around. Hey Smeek! Oh, this is Zazu. He's quite new. He's probably not... Zaz, you haven't been on camera maybe before. More interested about that noise. We haven't done an introduction for you. Goats, still not new. We have upgraded the leukemia cat place. That's twice as big now, and with better roofs and stuff. We've only got 2 cats in there at the moment, which is quite nice. This is the sick area when we have sick guinea pigs and things like this. Chewy, don't need to pee on it. Luckily there's no guinea pig in there. This we are building for a new garden. They just want to make some more plants outside, but it got pushed down the list because there was more important things to do, and now it's just got left like a bit of a building site. But that happens. This is the bigger, and here is Karen. Hey! Melanie is probably hiding. And we tried to create like a little cat garden in there with some grass, which they enjoy, and plants and things. It's still sad that they have to stay closed in, but the alternative is much worse. And they're happy. Volunteers go in and hang out with them. Melanie doesn't really like people, but Karen loves a cuddle. And yeah, they're pretty chilled, so. That's not new. This is the old the yurt area, which is another one of the short-term rentals, short-term volunteering. Probably someone inside, although they'll be working now, so you can film, but we can't go in. This used to be the storage room, food storage for down there. Now, well, they've left their door open and all my dogs are, so you can probably see there is someone in it now. Maybe not right now, but this is now another short-term volunteer accommodation. How did horse poop get here? How did that possibly happen? How, at some point, did a horse get to here? I have no idea how that's possible. That's a mystery. And this is the old kitchen area, which you may have seen in videos, but now this is the family, the quiet family kitchen, the community area, because these are all short-term, this one and the one you just saw. These are all the short-term volunteers, so people stay for a week or so, and that's the old kitchen that's not changed, but now it's just quiet community. Last night was pizza night, so it's a mess. Yeah, that's the old community area. Old and very quiet. It's weird because this used to be like the hub of our everything, and there used to be like 25-30 volunteers in there squeezed into this little kitchen, and now that this is the quiet family one, it's really strange after all the years where this was madness and full of life, and now it's really peaceful, really quiet and chilled. And you'll see the new community area the other side, which is not quite so quiet and chilled. Horses, same. Nothing new there. So we can go through the garden. This started with nothing, and these are all grown, all these ones are grown from our wastewater from our washing machine, the bike powered washing machine, and this is all grown from that, our little paradise in the desert. And this as well. We are also planning to make this a bit more of a garden tour for when people come for the visits, and they can go around, maybe a picnic bench and more plants, because it's nice to have so much green around here because it's not really very common. And this as well are all grown from the volunteers. I believe somewhere here we have, I don't know where, little with all the, I don't really know much about gardening. We'd have to do maybe a gardening video with Peter. He can tell you what's what around here. I just know he's doing gardening stuff. That's not really my area. I don't know, no idea what he's doing. Plants. But it's good. He's making it green and he keeps giving us pretty things that taste good. Our little patch of grass, because it's where they let the horses come for a snack every now and again. Not a lot, because it's quite hard to get grass around here, but they've just got a little bit for the horses. And that's about it on this side. So we can walk over this way onto the second bit of land. I like how I waited to do this tour like 8 months pregnant. It's perfect timing in extreme heat. Perfect timing. So here is where a lot of work is happening, and it's a bit of a. I need a break. That's a big hill. I'm incredibly unfit these days. Yeah, this is the second bit of land, and this is now more of a. We decided to make it a more behind the scenes sort of thing. It's where horse training's going on, the building's going on. Most of the volunteers live the new community area, because it's not where we're going to bring the visitors and things like that. This is sort of where the work's happening. But at the moment, it's mad, and I'll show you. So welcome to the extreme mess. This is what we don't generally show people because it looks terrible, but it looks like a building site because it's a building site. So this is where we keep the horse poo. That's never going to look better because it's horse poo. This is where some volunteers live. Yeah, really? They made a little castle out of an old car. Volunteers car park. Maybe where do we want this? Let's start at this corner because this is interesting what they're doing over here. This is we never really got an exact name for it. The sandbag house or the round house, we're not sure. But they are building an eco sandbag house. This is just a pile of rubbish. We're waiting for it to be collected, so we're putting it in the mill so it's obvious what that is. This is, oh, we can go over there. This is the chalet, and it actually is its own little paradise the other side. This is another short-term volunteering accommodation. And yeah, watch this space. We're going to do a video about explaining how that works and showing you inside and how they're all made. But for now, you can just sort of see the view, because again, at the moment, it's in the middle of the building site, but we have vision, because remember, this all started with nothing. It was all just empty land. It may look chaotic at the moment, but when I do another year update, it will look very different. So yeah, this is a thing, and it's got a beautiful view. Once you're in it, you have to forget about the building site around you. And yeah. This is eventually going to be another corner of caravans, the caravan corner, for more places for volunteers to stay. So this is where we store the wood at the moment. Very exciting. That big white thing is going to be the biogas system, biogas thing. Also, I don't know a lot about that, can't explain it to you, but that's what it's going to be. So at the moment, this is all waste wood that Edu collects because he's the king of the bin, and we just have to store it. And this is how everything is built, but it just gets stored like this because, you know, we've got so much of it. King of the bin, talking of which, there he is. So this is our temporary round pen just for training horses at the moment. And we just, use that for some of the, training horses for some of the ones who we need a safe place to work on contact and stuff, and so we've got just temporary until we finish this area, but it works for now. What we got over here, this is our mechanic yard, where we're working on cars. We've got some volunteers working on trying to fix up our old blue van. We will see. Who knows about this? This is all just storage of stuff, the metal pile. But what is happening, which I'm very excited about, because I hate all this stuff around, is we just laid the floor, this big building here, giving a tour of all the projects going on.
The project for me today is clean the bananas.
Banana. I love one. So this, we just laid, oh, this is cooler in here. Oh my God, that's a big step. Lots of bananas. So we just laid the floor in here, and we're going to build, they, not me, them, are going to build shelves, and then all of the metal and these sort of type of stuff that's all just up there is going to be stored in here, and this is going to be the big storage shed. So that got laid, was it last week? We laid the floor of this. 2 weeks ago? And at the moment it's just got banana storage because we've got so many projects on the go, and they're building so many things. We had rain, so they had to jump off this project to fix some roofs, and then when the tent collapsed they had to jump off that to fix the tent, so it keeps getting pushed down. Storage sheds, and through here is storage sheds as well. This, when we got it, was absolutely nothing. I'm really showing you behind the scenes here. This is really the messy bit you don't normally see. This is the, what is this? Yeah, no, this is, Edu, what's this? Just like electric stuff in here. Electric and mechanics. Technician. This is the technician's shed.
But this looks like a craft because there is a lot of little bits.
Yes. This is the technician's shed. That's all I can tell you. I know nothing else. And through there is more stuff. Thanks to Europlatanos, we have a lot of bananas, which we are loving, and so are the animals. So this is the new community, well, this is the new food sorting area. And 3 or 4 times a week, or 5, a lot of times, their food comes in and collects, and we sort it all out here. This is what goes to the small animals, this is what goes to the kitchen. Doesn't look like a lot when they're not happening, but maybe we'll get a footage of them arriving and you can see. Here, we just built the wall, and we need to finish off because we're putting a few more sheds in here to make more storage for food and things for the community area. But the actual community area was built and finished, and it's beautiful, all built from nothing. I know the word beautiful is far stretched at the moment, but it is because it came from rubbish and just volunteers that built it out of nothing, and it's a really relaxed place. The kitchen team are currently working and preparing food.
Something like that.
We're just coming to give a tour through. So this is the new community kitchen. Come on, dogs. You come in or out? And these are the volunteers preparing lunch for the other volunteers. This is the current storage room, which is too small, which is why we're building more outside. And what's most incredible about here is all the wood is what Edu's found and things from pallets and stuff. But all of this was donated from like old and saved and old from hotels and things like this, and refurbed by the volunteers. They put the new doors in, and it was all just trash that was thrown away. And incredible that it's all just waste. We've had this kitchen now, what, 5 months, maybe? 6 months? Jacob, do you remember how long we've had this kitchen running? 6 months?
Yeah, 5, 6.
5, 6 months?
Yeah, we've got to touch half a year now. Definitely.
Yeah, probably. It was nearly done at Christmas, I remember. And then the cleaning room, everyone loves this. Everyone's favourite place to be, washing up. We even made sinks out of a bath. Very resourceful here. Oh, tripping over a dog. So yeah, this is, again, all hotel stuff that we've refurbished, saved from the bin, and made work for us. Remember, there's 45 volunteers that live here and share this kitchen. So it somehow works. So this is behind the scenes sort of living area. Building our new pizza oven, like I just told you from the other side, which was the quiet community area. Now this is the main one. So we're building a new area. He's building like the pizza oven, and it's going to be a barbecue and a place to going well. Here is a poo bubbler. To explain what that is a chamber system where the wastewater from the toilets goes through, and it's somehow cleaned with an air filter. I don't know the full details. We did a video about it before. Watch that if you want to know how it works. But we're building a new one for the toilets on this side, and that's in progress. And now we're going to go on to the new land. This is the second land. The first one, which looked all pretty, was the first old land, which is complete. This is the new land, behind the scenes, sort of work in progress. And then this is the new land, which we're not going to do a lot of. We can't, because we can't afford to until we get a sponsor. It's going to be one really big horse track system that goes all the way up and down. We've got a couple places where volunteers are living now and a few things on it. But this is a big project that's going to be coming up soon. New showers, toilets, which are not quite finished because the poo bubbler has to be finished first. And this is compost alley. This is old. We used this even before we got the land. And this is storage sheds and where some of the volunteers are living. And this is the old compost area, which we're getting rid of because we don't do the compost like we used to. So it's in the process of people are collecting and using the last lot of the old compost, which was 6 months old or a year, I don't remember. And then they finish that, and then that goes. A bit more storage, but it's slowly being moved. This used to be the wood yard. I don't know if you remember. we clear that all over to this side so that this land can all be emptied and at the moment just used for a few volunteers living. And then it's going to be the big horse track system, but that's quite far in advance because it's a very big project. That is probably more or less it. More or less, that wasn't a lot, right? And now we're back to the start, back to the entrance, and you can sort of maybe gauge how it worked from that video. And yeah, now we're back at the charity shop. So on your way out, if you would like to buy anything from the charity shop, feel free. So I don't know, maybe if we go for here, you can see. I'm sorry, Mum, she's going to tell me off for climbing. And there we go, this is a perfect place to finish because you can see a bit more what I tried to explain. You have to imagine a number 8, which will go all the way to the bottom, cross through the middle here, and then all the way up to the road. And this is going to be the big paddock for horses. But like I say, we need a sponsor before this one because it's a big project. At the moment, it's just safe because we have it now. And it's, once we've finished off all those other little jobs I told you about, this is the next one. But until now, it's our car park. Volunteers living in vans. And that's about it. So there you go. That was the tour of the Finca where we are at the moment. I hope that didn't look too chaotic, and hope it didn't make your brain explode with the amount of things that are going on. And I apologise for the mess. There's a lot of places that do just look like a work in progress because it is a work in progress. We've been here 5 years now, and there was nothing here at all when we bought the first land, empty piece of land 1 year ago, the second bit 8 months ago, the third bit, and we're so lucky that it's expanded and grown so much so quickly. And that's all thanks to people like you for watching our videos, donating, supporting. Without that, we could not have done any of this. We never expected it to get so big, never expected so many huge projects. And yeah, so it's going really well. So thank you so much to everyone. If you do want to support us still, if you want to donate to any of the projects, or you've got anyone you know about sponsoring anything, emails, contacts are below. Ways you can help us out are all below. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the chaos and the organised chaos of our little paradise in the desert. Thank you, and thanks from all of these guys. And I'll see you next week.